some point, everyone ponders this great mystery we call life. This experience is personal. Sometimes our religious traditions help inform and define this mystery. For others, the mystery's explanation is attempted through scientific inquiry. Others think and express their way through this mystery and define it with insight and intellect. But for all, mystery abounds. Regardless of how we define and label this mystery, we somehow sense this mystery surrounds and envelops each of us. It is the source from which we all come. The Urantia book is an elegant appreciation of this mystery. The text reveals a friendly universe and the unconditional love of the divine creator, the originator of all that is, was, and will be. The book depicts a vast universe that is populated by trillions of worlds such as ours. Our universe is evolving, changing, and even perplexing, while at the same time well-governed and orderly, overseen by a vast array of loving, divine beings who exist to bring blessing to every being throughout the universe. The book further describes that the person of Jesus, who lived and walked among us some 2,000 years ago, was and is such a divine being, who is the creator and administrator of a vast part of the universe, of which our planet, Urantia, is one, among his millions of worlds. It was Jesus' choice to live on a world such as ours, a place of tremendous difficulty and woundedness, as well as great beauty and hope. The book affirms many of the traditions about Jesus handed down to us through the Bible and other texts. His combined divinity and humanity, his wisdom and insight, his miraculous acts, his strength and courage, but most important, his great personal love for every man, woman, and child. The book states that in his travels as a young adult, he met and loved all manner of people, rich and poor, black and white, educated and uneducated, cultured and uncultured, animalistic and spiritual, religious and irreligious, moral and immoral. The text also affirms new, specific insights about his actions and teachings. As a boy, he was intelligent, curious, loving, artistic, and hardworking. He enjoyed the benefits and rigors of a strong Jewish household. He relished hiking through the nearby countryside, nurturing a reverent and sympathetic contact with nature. He was the oldest of 4 brothers and 3 sisters, children he raised with his mother Mary after Joseph's untimely death when Jesus was just barely 14. While he approved of a society's right to defend itself and to pass laws and deliver just punishment, Jesus was personally nonviolent, regarding each individual as a brother or sister and loving them with a fatherly love. As both a boy and a young man, he was disturbed by the inferior status accorded to women, indignant at the separation of male and female worshippers at the temple in Jerusalem. Later, his apostles were shocked when he appointed 10 women as teachers of the gospel. He empowered these courageous women to effect their own organization and operate their own ministry. Jesus continually encouraged each of his followers to develop his or her own personal relationship with God. But he also encouraged them to organize themselves, to be in community, and to find consensus. When his 12 apostles sought his opinion on how to co-teach with John's apostles, Jesus approved of their coming together, but refused to preside over their deliberations. He withdrew for 3 weeks. The men were confused as how to proceed. But during those 3 weeks, this mixed assembly of determined individuals learned to differ, to debate, to contend, to pray, and to compromise, and throughout it all to remain sympathetic with the other person's viewpoint, and to maintain at least some degree of tolerance for honest opinions. Upon returning, Jesus simply said, "These then are your conclusions, and I shall help you each to carry out the spirit of your united decisions." Which is what he continues to do. In the 2,000 years since his departure, we as humans have been left to grapple among ourselves the multiple problems, issues, and opportunities besetting us. But always his Spirit is with us, speaking to each of us, saying, "This is the way." Because Jesus did not come to our world to start a new religion, but to make clear a relationship, to plainly express and show that each person, regardless of his or her beliefs, or even non-belief, is a unique and loved child of God. The world and the universe is a family. This is reality, not just an ideal. But the joy, power, and peace of this relationship occurs one person at a time, through each individual's faith experience with God, and the love then shared with his or her brothers and sisters. And such sharing is the kingdom of heaven itself.